Okay, do we have sound now, Kim? Do we have sound? I'm hoping we have sound. Okay. Thank you. All right, I'm going to start over. We ran into a technical glitch right as we were starting, and it set everything off. How about now? Do we have sound now? That's not going to be good. Hang on. All right, everybody. Third time's a charm, fourth time's a charm, wherever we are now. Diane is drinking Highland Dawn, and the sound is gone again. So hopefully everybody can hear me. Like I said, 5 minutes before we were due to start, everything just literally went crazy. I don't know what is going on, but if Murphy's out there, he needs to go hang out with somebody else right now. Just saying. We've had our fill. We've had our fun. Let's move on. We are talking about summer butterfly today. And what I was about to tell you is this is a really fun tea. It is only available through the summer months of June, July, and August. So it won't be available for very much longer. But one of the things is our two granddaughters helped create this tea. And then when I say help create, they did 90% of the tea creation on this a few years ago and just still loved it. In fact, they also came up with the name of summer butterfly. This is completely them. So Stephanie's drinking an iced tea tonight. That's awesome. I will be drinking, well, I've been drinking water and I'm going to be drinking something else because we're going to brew some summer butterfly up in just a minute. It is an herbal caffeine-free blend. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you. Oops, I'll put that there. Show you what it looks like. And as you can see, it's got beautiful summer butterfly pea flowers in there. It's got rose petals and hibiscus. So it's a very floral, light, engaging kind of a tea. It really is nice for the summertime. But I will not be drinking it. And you're going to see why in a minute. Now this, did you see everything just go flying and get really crazy? Yep, I told you it's that kind of a day. Murphy needs to go elsewhere. But I'm going to try and get a full, there we are. You'll see why I'm actually not going to drink it tonight. Now, have I consumed it? Yes, it is actually a really nice floral light tea. Really good hot or cold, but I especially like brewing it hot and then letting it cool and having it as an iced tea. I would recommend like a lavender simple syrup if you wanted to sweeten this, but I'm actually going to put it in a bag today and clean up my mess. All right. And then I'm going to pour. Now, because it is an herbal blend, we can actually boil this water. And it's an herbal blend, not Earl's blend, herbal blend. Kim's drinking water again. Good, Kim. You keep up with that water. I want you to drink lots and lots of water. Now, at the same time, while my handy dandy assistant puts 3 minutes on the clock, you're actually seeing me brew up something over here. And that is something for Friday. So I'll come back to what it is in a minute. But with the summer butterfly, it is an herbal. You can brew it 3 times. Look at that color. You can see that light purple color already. Butterfly pea flowers really add this fun color. And it's one of the reasons why when I drink it iced, I'm going to drink it with that lavender, because you get that purple, and I get purple in mine, and I kind of always think of like some lavender flavoring. But you could also do it with like a vanilla simple syrup, any kind of, if you wanted to add something, you know, any kind of flavored simple syrup that you wanted to do. But I typically think lavender works really, really well against the florals. And so 3 brews. This is the first one. This is also why I went with the clear glass today, everybody. Okay. The girls had so much fun. They had, like you've seen, we brought all these different teas and different things aside. The only thing they knew is they wanted that butterfly tea flower, or the butterfly pea flower in there. And we just let them go. And then the only thing we did is I adjusted the level of the rose petals so that it wasn't quite as floral, because remember, rose petals add more of a honey note to the tea versus a floral note to the tea. And so that's why we went, isn't that beautiful? That's just, and every time I do it, I don't know if y'all can see, but it gets just darker and darker when I lift it up and put it down. It's just so much fun. It's a fun summer tea, and that is one of the best parts about it. But there's the story. There's how it started. Now, sometimes because you have hibiscus in here, some people will say it's a little more tart than they thought it was going to be, because remember, hibiscus is kind of that cranberry of the flowers. So, but we're going to talk, this would be amazing to do. We're going to do a little mixing, and I'm show you a little thing. Everybody knows, I'm sure, about butterfly pea flower and some of the great different things that you can do with it and what it's known for, and why little girls would want to have tea with it, other than just loving the color. So every time I lift this up, it just gets darker and darker. It's so cool. 25 seconds. I've got 25 seconds. Okay. But that, again, here's what it looks like now that you can see it a little bit better. It's a very vibrant, pretty looking tea. When I go to smell it, it's not overpoweringly floral. It's very, very soft. It's a very, very soft one. So, all right, I'm going to get this in front. All right, there's our time. And we're going to put this here. And now, like I said, I just love the color. I think it's so beautiful. Purple, blue. It's kind of a blue violet, a little more on the blue side than the purple. You could say a purple violet, but I would say it's a blue violet. But one of the best things is if you add some acids, and different acids do different things. What I will tell you is I didn't have any fresh limes. Otherwise, I would have poured half in one glass and half in another, but you'll see why. So I'm adding 100% lemon juice, and I guess we'll use this. And what you should see now is it's a very red purple. So it's a very different color. If I had lime juice, it would be even more of a hot pink or magenta type color. So here we go. This is what purple tastes like. So I'm going to add some more. And what you'll get is more of that pinkish purple tone. You see how it's going from that really deep, hate to say it, but almost K-State purple, but you know, that kind of thing. And now you're seeing it coming into more of that red violet. It was very much a blue violet, but now it's a red violet with a little bit of the acid from the lemon juice. that is one of the best parts. One of the things that got the girls so excited about creating this tea. Now I could still drink this. It's going to be a lot of lemon juice that I did in there for color, but it's fun. If you had added in an iced tea, you could add extra, lavender simple syrup, and either the lime flavor or a lemon flavor really are not going to hurt. It's just going to bring out some more tones to it. But look at that. You've totally managed to change the color of the summer the summer butterfly drink. And that's like that is a red violet. I've gone from like really a deeper purple blue violet kind of to this. If, like I said, if I had added lime, it would have very quickly have gone right to that amazing magenta hot pink color. All right, now that I've done this, again, I'll share with you soon. But I wanted to also talk. So what would you pair with this? I would say scones would be really, really good. So you could kind of mix it into like a scone dough. So like if you had like flour and baking powder and salt, I would add a little bit of sugar and butter cubed, obviously. And then about a half cup of really strongly brewed summer butterfly tea that's been chilled. And then about a little bit of milk or cream. And I actually have tried this recipe with the girls. I can give you all the absolute recipe, a half cup cold butter, half cup strong brewed tea, a quarter cup milk or cream, that kind of thing, if you're interested. But it created a really amazing and flavorful scone. For the glaze, we just did a cup of powdered sugar, and we did about 2 or 3 tablespoons of the summer butterfly tea that we kept warm. We did do a little squeeze of lemon juice to change the color a little bit. I couldn't get them to go for the lime. They really liked the more purpley tones. And so we kind of had like the 2 colors. It added incredible flavor to the scones, as well as getting the different colors from the same tea. The girls thought it was the best thing. And it really, because you get the tea in your cup and you have the tea in your scones, it balanced really, really well. The flavors were all the same. Everything, it was very sweet, light, had floral notes to it, but had a little bit of tartness too, so it wasn't like sickening sweet. Now, you could also pair this tea with some fresh berries, or lemon curd would be really great. Those are different things that you could do. There are other foods, but like those would be kind of the things that I would immediately think of. Now, this is also perfect for a mocktail. So brew up your summer butterfly tea, chill it down, add some lemon juice. We know that's going to affect the color, or a lime juice, and then do that lavender or honey simple syrup. And one of the greatest things to do is if you have people around and you mix it right there. Now, in a mocktail, I would also be adding either some seltzer water or some ginger ale. I like to use some kind of lighter soda as well to kind of balance, because you are going to add some lemon juice in it. But especially when you do it that way and you have the 2 colors and you watch it mix the colors and change color just like you did. Or one of the other things that you can do in the same note is do the tea and then brew it, color it by adding the lime juice or lemon juice, and make ice cubes out of that after it's changed color. Then go ahead and add those colored summer butterfly tea, iced tea or mocktail into the thing, so they have some different colors with the ice cubes. It's super fun. Now, what other foods could you potentially enjoy with this? What pairs really, really well? This is going to be a goat cheese and berry crostini, some really almond shortbread cookies. So like sometimes people say that it's an almond shortbread cookie, but you can't really taste the almond. I'm talking about the shortbread cookies where you really get a good bite of the almond in it as well. Perfect with this. A creamy brie. Again, I'm going to go with like a fig jam on this because we've got an herbal over here. Those are some of the top things that I would do and recommend. Questions about this tea? Now you understand I was going to dump a whole bunch of lemon juice in it. This is why I did not immediately drink it. Normally I like to drink the teas, but like look at that color. Like that color is so amazing. And I didn't do anything other than adding a little bit of the lemon juice to it. So you could account for that, you know. Now, what do I have over here? Well, Friday, as everybody knows, we are having our Friday the 15th. We are having our brew and buy. I think I had a better name, but the brew and buy a live sale tea party this Friday at 7 p.m. Central. And it's funny, I didn't mean to do it this way, but I accidentally did something silly. So this week I sent out samples to 2 sets of testers. So I have one set that's kind of one place and one set that's another one. And I sent one set with a new potential tea oolong company that gets the oolong, and I sent another one with the traditional ones that we've gone to, the kind of tea vendors, so to speak, that actually we've used in the past. And that's cool. I knew I liked one better than the other, but it's not all about what I like. Sometimes other people like things that I like. For instance, if you know me, you know I'm not a huge fan of peppermint, but we have 3 mint teas that come up. And yes, I do try them. And yes, I do drink them when I need to, but it's never going to be my first time because I'm not a mint person. So I sent one set to one group and one set to another group. What I meant to do was for our second tea that's going to be only available at this event was I meant to send my favorite vanilla blend with the ones that I didn't like the oolong blend as much, and vice versa. So that everybody had, both sets of testers had one that I really liked and one that I didn't. Well, guess what? When we went to bag and tag, we mixed some stuff up, and one group of testers that got them earlier this week on like Monday or Tuesday, they got the tea, both of the ones that I liked. And then the people my testers that got it Friday and Saturday or yesterday, they got both of the ones that I didn't like as much. I apologize to all my testers. That's not how it's supposed to happen, but we've been getting ready for this event. And so this is the oolong blend that won because I really enjoy it. So, okay. I do want to give you another couple of sneak peeks of some of the things that we are working on. And I'm going to have this box back here. So what I do have is I talk about mocktails a lot. And this is actually a mocktail box. So what it will have is 2 different 1-ounce packages of tea. It will have, so this the safe way. It'll have a really cool mocktail glass. It's also going to have, I'm just pulling 2 out, but it's going to have 20 tea bags, because when we make mocktails, we typically will use the tea bag as opposed to rebrewing the other way, because we might not be brewing it in water. We might be brewing it in something else. A cool shaker. Hopefully yours, you can maneuver it better than I can in mine, because we all know that I always make a mess, but nice stainless steel shaker. And what's a shaker without helping you do a 1/2 ounce and a 1 ounce jigger? And so all these things, these will not necessarily be the teas that are in there. I'm keeping that surprise for some things, but you'll get this, plus you're going to get a perfect spoon like this. So that way you'll know exactly how much tea to put in. You won't even have to think about it for making mocktails. There's also going to be a small thing of honey to make honey simple syrup, since I use those honey simple syrups in so many things. And so this will all come in a little mocktail box. So again, 2 ounces of tea, a cute little glass, the jigger, the shaker, the spoon, and a little bit of honey. That's just one of the items that will be available on Friday. I always like to give everybody that comes to Sunday Lives a sneak peek. And speaking of another one, so I know I talked about this before, but I have a delightful lady that went ahead and made soaps using our ancient green dragon. The other thing is we have candles. Oh gosh, that smells so good. That are very much our sunset black. So they are made with our sunset black tea. And so that's what they smell like. It's a black tea with a little bit of orange in there. And it's really a beautiful light fragrance. We did go a little heavier on the orange side to make sure you're getting a few more citrus notes than you necessarily would in the tea. But this is going to be a part of one of our gift boxes. And then something else that's going to be a part of a couple of them is this, which is a teapot with an infuser already in. And this is a 25 ounce. So basically 3 cups of 8 ounces of tea you'd be able to make. And it's just this really cute, adorable, as I try and fight to get it out. There we are. Out of its box. There's a little top. But it is so cute. And you can see that this is like a 24 ounce cup because it's about the same size as this. This has its own infuser to go in there. So it'll be super easy. It's one of the other things. I do love these. It's, yes, handy dandy assistant. I'm cute. I really do love this teapot. It always sells well when we do our beginner sets and at the holidays and at events and different things like that. So I'm going to wrap this back up. But I wanted to show you a couple of things that are going to be coming up on Friday. I can't believe it's almost Friday already. It has been a week or so. You all saw what it was like at the beginning of the live. What can I say? All right, questions about Summer Butterfly or anything about coming up on Friday or any other tea questions? Hopefully you can all still hear me because this has been an issue today.
I can hear you.
All right. Any other questions? All right. That's good if I've answered everything, that you don't have any other questions. All right, put in the chat or the comments, did you think it was really cool watching this change color? I'm sure everybody knows that butterfly pea flowers do change color when you brew the tea. But did you enjoy seeing it happen? Did you like the colors? Just go ahead and put in the chat or comments yes or no. I'm just going to be sipping the oolong. Stephanie said yes. Okay. Stephanie, was it pink enough? I forgot to pick up a lime at the grocery store. And so the apple babies. Handy dandy assistant, would you like to bring in some of the apple babies? I think we lost one more, but then it's got another plant that came up that looks like it could be an apple. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I just think it's fun to see something like that. And, having tea with lemon, it's completely normal. And a lot of people enjoy a little lemon with their tea with the acidity. And so there you go. I hopefully gave you a lot of ideas for, you know, punches and different things like that.
You're gonna punch me.
I'm not gonna punch you. He's all right. I'm gonna move to the side so he can see. You can see. Did we lose one?
2.
We lost 2 more, but like we still have quite a few.
I can't bring them in 2 at a time because
he can't bring them in 2 at a time anymore. We've transferred them into the bigger pots. When we did transfer them, we lost 2 more plants. I think one of them is coming back though. So the other thing that we have been up to lately is we were able to get our normal peaches from and plums from the farm in Colorado, and we have been immediately freeze drying them. Although we've used some of them already because we ran out of peaches for last year, but we have them all ready to go for next year. And to finish off, remember, because not only Summer Butterfly ends in August, but also Summer Kiss ends in August. Yes, grow, babies, grow. Okay, here's the other one.
There's another one. There's actually there's a second one that came up. I planted it.
Yeah, and see, this one is actually got 2 in here now. This is a separate plant. So, like I said, there you go. They're getting bigger. They're doing well. We do have... So he's been encouraged. We have peach pits right here. And there's actually a couple of nectarine ones too in there. But he's going to try and grow some peach trees. He figures since they grow in Colorado, they should do okay here in Kansas. So here we go. It'll be another adventure. If so, it'll be even better because then we can just grow our own peaches. But any other questions? Anything else? All right.
Oh, baby trees left.
We have does that include the one that's sprouting on the side?
No.
Okay, so we have
13.
Yeah, 13. 13 left. All right, everybody. Well, next week, I can't remember what we're doing next week. I had it in my brain before everything went crazy with the live at the beginning, but I will see you all hopefully on Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And we will be having a giveaway. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. We will be having a giveaway. It is worth a $75 value for the giveaway. There might be a couple extra smaller things that we'll go through. And I think I have 2 ounces of Harmony left. And so I might use those as 2 smaller giveaways because I don't want them to keep. We won't keep that till next year. So,
What about the Aloha?
And do we have enough to do an ounce of Aloha?
1 or 2 Aloha.
So we might have enough to do 1 ounce of the Aloha Breeze, in which case we might do that also as a giveaway. But so there'll be a couple of things. We're going to try and make it as fun as possible, as always. And other than that, if there's no other questions, thanks for joining me. Hopefully I'll see everybody on Friday. If not, I'll see you next Sunday, and have a great week, everybody.